Namaste, welcome back. Let's start the lecture number 11. So join on this exciting lecture series where I will try to discuss about the fascinating information of the world of indigenous knowledge system in India. So today we'll try to discuss about the very important valid information related to the structure of indigenous knowledge. Discover the rich information of indigenous knowledge system in India, encompassing ecological knowledge, traditional medicine and sustainable agricultures and more. But before that, let me tell you that you will learn about 7 key pillars of indigenous knowledge system in India. From ethnomedicine to arts and craftsmanship, we will unveil the unique ways indigenous communities have thrived in harmony with nature. Along with this, if you have missed the last lecture in which we discussed about a key important information related to climate adaptation and resilience and also about cultural revitalization and education, if you have missed that lecture, then you can see the link given over here. So let's start discussing about the structure of indigenous knowledge system in India or indigenous knowledge in India. The structure of indigenous knowledge in India is diverse and complex, reflecting the country's rich cultural and ecological heritage. Indigenous knowledge in India is deeply rooted in tradition, custom and practices of various indigenous communities across the country, while it varies from region to region and community to community. So there are some overarching structure and themes that can be observed. Like first one is ecological knowledge. Indigenous community in India have developed extensive knowledge about their local ecosystem, including forest, river, mountain and agricultural landscape. This knowledge encompasses an understanding of plant and animal species, their habitats, seasonal pattern and ecological interdependency. It includes practices such as agroforestry, traditional water management system and biodiversity conservation technique tailored to specific ecosystem. Another important point is traditional medicine. India has a rich tradition of indigenous healing system such as Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani and various forms of traditional folk medicine practiced by different communities. Indigenous healers, often referred to as Vaidyas or traditional medicine practitioners, they possess an intricate knowledge of a deep knowledge of medicinal plant, medicinal herbs, minerals and therapeutic technique passed down through generation. Another important point is agricultural practices. Indigenous agricultural knowledge in India is diverse and regionally specific, reflecting the country's agroclimatic diversity. It includes traditional farming method, crop variety adapted to local conditions, soil fertility management technique, and water harvesting practices. Indigenous community also have a knowledge of seed saving, crop rotation, organic farming practices that contribute to agricultural sustainability and resilience. Similarly, the next point is cultural practices and rituals. Indigenous knowledge is intertwined with the cultural practices, rituals, ceremonies and storytelling traditions that transmit knowledge, value and identity across generations. These cultural practices often have an ecological significance, reinforcing the relationship between human and nature and promoting environmental stewardship. Next point is ethnomedicine and ethnobotany. Indigenous community in India have developed an understanding of the medicinal properties of plant, which is reflected in the practice of ethnomedicine and ethnobotany. Indigenous healers utilize a wide range of plant species for treating various ailments and maintaining overall well-being. Ethnobotanical knowledge also encompasses the use of plant for food, for shelter, for clothing and other cultural purposes. Similarly, if you see the another important point is social organization and governance. Indigenous community in India often have a traditional system of governance, decision making and social organization that reflect their cultural value, that reflect their norms, that reflect their community structure. These systems may include village council, customary laws and leadership roles based on lineage, age or merit. They play a very crucial role in managing natural resources, resolving conflict and preserving cultural heritage. last and important point is art and craftsmanship. Indigenous knowledge in India also expressed through traditional craft, traditional art, traditional craftsmanship, including pottery, weaving, basketry, wood carving, metalwork, and traditional architecture. This artistic tradition often incorporates ecological principle and cultural symbolism and functional design elements that reflect the relationship between human and their environment. Overall, we may say that the structure of indigenous knowledge in India is characterized by its diversity, its adaptability, its resilience, its reflective centuries information, or we can say that it reflecting centuries of interaction between the indigenous community, their natural and cultural environment. Recognizing and supporting indigenous knowledge is essential for promoting sustainable development, promoting biodiversity conservation, promoting cultural preservation and social justice in India. So this is about today's lecture. If you have any doubt, any questions related to any area of either the present lecture or the earlier lecture or any other specific area of anthropology, then feel free. You can ask through the comment section. Again, one important information. The new video will come daily at 1 p.m. So please keep your notification bell on. Thank you. Thank you so much. Namaste.